Hi, welcome to Victory Growth classes. In this class, we are discussing first Satyagraha by Gandhi in India. Even though he visited India or he landed India in 1915, 2 years he did not start his Satyagraha anything in India on the advice of his mentor. And I want you to comment who was that mentor. So after 2 years in 1917, he's starting his first civil disobedience movement in India. That was Champaran Satyagraha, one of the favorite topic for the UPSC, and several times they have asked this question. Let us deep dive into it. So Champaran Satyagraha basically is a blue stain. I'm using the word blue stain because it is a blue dye basically. Okay, the indigo which you are talking about is a blue dye. That is why the first laboratory of Satyagraha, because Gandhi is experimenting his Satyagraha before going for a all India level. So laboratory of Satyagraha, dismantling the Indigo Raj. Indigo Raj is getting dismantled. Okay, the indigo planters from the British are kicked out of India. So Champaran is a place in Bihar. You can say it is a village. So it is the issue of a farmers. One of the basic foundation of the Indian citizens or the Indian demography is farmers. So in that he is going and he is helping them. Okay. Before it was a national movement, Indian independence was a local experiment. So this is a local Satyagraha, not an all India Satyagraha. Okay. In a remote district of Champaran, a century-old system of agrarian exploitation met a novel form of resistance, that is by Gandhi. So when Gandhi is involved, it is a non-violent Satyagraha. I need not mention about it. Okay. So what is the issue? Okay. The issue is in Champaran, there is a indigo cultivation happening from the 18th century. So when is this happening? This is happening in 1917. Okay, 1917, 18th century also they are having it. Okay, indigo surpassed sugar. Look at the dominance or the importance of textile business was so developed that people wanted more and more indigo for dyeing the cloth. Okay, so in 1850, indigo surpassed sugar as the region's primary commercial crop. Okay, so planters Raj. Okay, the British planters have occupied Indian territory. They have occupied the Indian farming land and they were forcing the Indian farmers to cultivate indigo. That system was known by the name Tinkathia System. That means you can see, if you want, you can count 1, 2, 3, you can count total 20 boxes are there. Just to explain what is Tinkathia System, out of 20 parts of your land, 3 parts definitely you should have indigo cultivation, or obligation or a compulsion. Okay, so under the Tinkathia system, 3 by 20 part of your land should be compulsorily at the indigo. Okay, and indigo, they will select such a land which is most fertile. Okay, so that the crop is having good productivity, what you call. So they are suffering. Farmers are suffering. They are not able to cultivate a crop of their choice. Okay, so the prices were fixed by the planters. That means there was a loss for the farmers. Okay, prices were fixed based on the land area, ignoring crop volume or the quality. Okay, so what happens is, so for some kind of profit they were making and they were sharing it. But in 1900 onwards, Germany enters into the field with the synthetic fiber. Okay, sorry, not fiber, synthetic dye. Okay, synthetic dye originating from Germans, which is cheap. Okay, so no need for this natural dye. So the see, whenever something is demand is high, the pure economics, the price is high. Okay, when the demand is not there, the prices will crash. So here synthetic dye has overtaken the indigo's demand. Thereby the demand of indigo is less and thereby the price is crashing. So when the planters saw this loss coming, they are transferring the loss into the farming community. Okay, so the burden, okay, heavy lump sum fines they were levied on them. Okay, so there was a pure loss for the farmers. They are not able to cultivate anything else also, and for the payment they are not getting also. They were stuck in what is known as a debt trap. Please write down this word, debt trap. What is debt trap means? They are taking money from the money lenders and they are cultivating this. Okay, so when the money is by selling the crop, even now this is there. Even now this debt trap is there. The money they have to collect or they have to get after selling the crop. Okay, but they are not able to sell the crop, or they're getting very small amount on selling the crop. They are not able to pay back the loan. That is what is the money lenders. This one, the debt trap. Now, Whenever the problem comes, one person becomes a hero. It is not a Gandhi here who is a hero. The person is Rajkumar Shukla. Please write down this name. Possibly they'll ask you who invited Gandhi to visit Champaran. The answer is Rajkumar Shukla. So Rajkumar Shukla meets Gandhi. Okay, a persistent agriculturist who refused to let the issue die. He traveled to the Lucknow Congress session. This is you have to understand 1916. There's a reunion of moderates and extremists happening. Also, the Muslim League and the Congress make an agreement there, which is properly known as Lucknow Pact. In that, Gandhi is attending and he is going and meeting the leaders there. Okay, and the turning point is he wanted Gandhi to come to Champaran and he agreed. Okay, he said, okay, I'll come and see this. Okay, so before that, some violence were there that we'll not discuss. Okay, because we are purely talking about Gandhian. So Rajkumar Shukla met Gandhi. Okay, so when Gandhi is coming at a Muzaffarpur, okay, the commissioner is saying that there is a section 144 in place. Okay, that means Gandhi cannot enter. Gandhi is not allowed. Okay, right now very importantly, because these people know about Gandhi, what he has done in South Africa. So Gandhi was not allowed to enter Champaran. Okay, but anyhow he reaches the Champaran. Okay, he breaches the law. That is first time the moderates are seeing somebody is able to breach a law. At the same time, it is non-violent. Okay, so what Gandhi was actually doing is a passive resistance. Please write down this word, passive resistance. That means he is resisting, but passively, not aggressively, not violently. Okay, that is what basically the extremists were doing. Okay, they are not this one like violently killing Bhagat Singh kind of people. Okay, so hereby ordered to leave the district in the next available train, but Gandhi is not going. And people are supporting Gandhi, Gandhi is supporting people. Okay, so that is where the starting of first civil disobedience movement. That means when you are disobeying the civil law, it is not a civil disobedience movement. Okay, so I have disregarded the order of obedience, not for the want of respect of a law authority, but obedience to the higher law of being the voice of conscience. Gandhi is saying this can be a question, copy pasted possible. Gandhi said this, that he is going to disobey. Okay, so that is the disobedience movement. That later in 1920, they created this one national, this one non-cooperation movement started. In 1930, they started civil disobedience movement, salt satyagraha and all coming. So what is the methodology, evidence? Okay, the process, the headquarter established. Please write down this, Motihari and Betia. These are the two headquarters of this satyagraha. Okay, Motihari and Betia. The goal was irrefutable truth, not emotional propaganda. Okay, the future nationalist icon Rajendra Prasad. Please write down who are the other people who participated in Champaran Satyagraha. Rajendra Prasad participated. J.B. Kripalani, Mazrul Haq. Okay, working as a scribes. 8,000 detailed testimonies were collected from the farmers, how they were exploited by the planters. Okay, then every peasant was cross-examined so that prevent exaggeration and so that the truth is coming out. Okay, so thereby they collected, created a document and presented to them. Government, but meanwhile government was also seriously thinking about setting up a committee. Please write down this word, Champaran Agrarian Inquiry Committee was set up by the government, in which Gandhi was also made the member. Now that is actually, when you look at Gandhi's all the travels, all the actions, all the things he has done, it looks like a movie scripted properly. He never get damaged, or you can say he is getting hurt until the independence is coming to India. Okay, so it is well scripted, you can see, but that is what he is a Mahatma. Okay, so 1970, there was a risk of escalating unrest, we thought that government is going to be. So Gandhi is appointed as a member. That is very important. Gandhi is also. So once Gandhi is there, he was able to convince the other members that this, because already he has collected the report, all the testimonies are available. So he recommended that the Tinkathia system should be abolished. Okay, the forced cultivation of indigo should be stopped. Okay, so what are the recommendations? Tinkathia system was abolished. Refund the money. Okay. The planters must refund 25% of the illegal damages collected. Okay, the end of above this one, above. Okay, illegal sesh and the arbitrary tax which was there. This is also possible question. This they have not asked. Okay, so above means illegal cess or the tax. Okay, was collected by the planters. Okay, then riots means this one. What is the farmers? And in future, okay, indigo growing must be voluntarily and with the terms limited to 3 years. They are not forceful cultivation of this indigo is coming to an end, and the end of Tinkathia system is also recommended. Okay, so Agrarian Act was passed in 1918. Please copy down this Champaran Agrarian Act of 1918. Okay, in this, what happened? The government accepts the committee's recommendation, which Gandhi was one of the member, and they passed this. Okay, thereby this the first success by Gandhi, and this is the first experiment by Gandhi in the civil disobedience movement. And also, the people came to know the taste of a mass leader. So, what is actually happening is he is actually bridging the people with the movement. Okay, so far movement was only with the elite people. Congress was where elite members were there. So he is a person going to farmers and meeting them, and he becomes a people's leader. Okay, so what actually was happening is the myth of invincibility. That means the British cannot be defeated. Is thrown away. Okay, with the non-violent itself, we can defeat the British, or we can take actions against the British, was understood here by the people. So peasants realized, this is the main material, please note down. Peasants realized the British could be forced to bend through a non-violent pressure. Okay, so Champaran Satyagraha took a psychological shift in the people's mind, and thereby the Gandhi becomes a catalyst, okay, from the elite people to the masses. Okay, I told you, Gandhi was a people's leader. Okay, he was wearing a normal dress. Okay, that is a different story. I'll come to it. So the eliteness is now broken. Okay, because unless the people are getting involved in the national movement will not be succeed, and that Gandhi was aware. Okay, so he was acting as a bridge between the class divide. Okay. Now, from Champaram, once they learned, they went to Ahmedabad, its upcoming class. Then they went to Kedah, and then when they went to Rowlatt, which is the first All India Satyagraha. All the Satyagraha were based on truth and non-violence and evidence-based. Okay, to commemorate this, 1917, it happened 2017. Okay, the government of India passed this one stamp, postage stamp. Okay. And Janma movie, that is the Champaram remains the birthplace of Satyagraha. This can be a question. Okay, Janma, that means first Satyagraha in India under Gandhi leadership was Champaran Satyagraha. So this is a summary. Okay, Tinkathia system was there, which was later abolished. The market declined, the synthetic dye, thereby this one. And widespread protest, dissent, Gandhi comes, intervention. Rajkumar Shukla, who called Gandhi to come to here, there was an order that Gandhi cannot enter, but still Gandhi enters. He does a civil disobedience movement. Gandhi government itself is creating committee. Gandhi becomes member of it, and they're recommending for abolition of Tinkathia system. Okay, and that was accepted by the government. Okay, so it's the first success by Gandhi and the people of India. Okay, now here is one question. Please try this question. Comment your answers. And let me know if you are commenting correctly. Then I would accept that some kind of positive things happened. With the reference of Champaran Satyagraha, consider the following. It was Mahatma Gandhi's first civil disobedience movement in India. The movement was against the Tinkathia system imposed on indigo cultivators. Rajendra Prasad and J.B. Kripalani were associated with the movement. The British government completely abolished Jamindari immediately after the movement. Which of the above statement is right? Please let me know your answer in this, and also the comments that how the class is going on, what you like, what you don't like, what do you want me to do in the future classes. All you can comment, and subscribe to our channel. It's a new channel, and hope that both of us can grow. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.